Hey guys, so I'm going to talk about the birth of Emilia, and hopefully I'll have her actual birth video uploaded pretty soon. She's actually just waking up for the video, so she might want to be part of it. I had her on May 11th. It was an induction. For those of you who are just tuning into my channel, I actually have a rare form of cancer, and I had to have her early to have surgery, which I haven't had the surgery yet. We were wanting to hold off until she was about 4 to 5 weeks old before I had my surgery, but we had to induce her a little early to go ahead and get the surgery done a little earlier. So so I had her on May 11th. I went into the hospital 6 a.m. and they automatically started getting things going. Oh my goodness. You're hungry again? You're hungry again? You just ate, little one. Oh, would you like to say hi to everybody? Say hello. I'm not happy. I want to eat. Oh no. Feed me. So anyways, they started everything pretty much as soon as I got there, and started the Pitocin and everything. And I really wanted to try to go natural. That was something that I just really wanted to do. And then when I found out that I had cancer, I was like, you know what, if I'm in a lot of pain, I'm not even going to bother with that because I've been through a lot. So I just wanted an easygoing labor and delivery. Well, 2 days before I had Emilia, I broke my toe. I fell and broke my toe, and my foot throbbed like so bad. It was horrible. So yeah, I couldn't walk through contractions or anything. I did get on the birthing ball and bounce through contractions, and that helped for a while. That actually did pretty good. I actually managed to breathe through the contractions, and I was doing very well. And I actually just like gave into the contractions, and I was just like, you know, if you're in pain, you try to like fight back, and like your body tries to fight that pain. I just learned to just give in to the pain and give in to the contractions, and I felt like I was doing an awesome job. So they had told me that the anesthesiologist had a surgery, and they wanted to know if I wanted my epidural before or after his surgery. And I said, well, you know what, I think I'm doing pretty well right now. I don't think I need the epidural at the moment, so I think I can wait until after the surgery. So they said, okay, that's fine. And I did say, well, how long will it last? They said probably about an hour, hour and a half. So I was like, okay, well, I hope these contractions don't get worse. But if they do, then if they do get worse, then I'll make it. So the nurse came in after he was out of surgery and said, okay, he's gonna be here shortly, so just giving you a heads up. And at that point, I was still doing really well. I mean, they were painful, not gonna lie, but I was just breathing through them, and I was doing really well. I was listening to music, and I had the lights dimmed, and it was just a really peaceful, I was doing great. Let me just say that. So then the anesthesiologist came in, and I was kind of having doubts with getting the epidural because I had a bad experience with my son with the epidural, but I knew with my broken toe, if anything happened while I was pushing, that would just make things worse, and I didn't really want to deal with that. So, are you done, or are you gonna latch back on? There you go. So I decided to go ahead and get the epidural. After I got the epidural, I felt just awful. Like, I don't like feeling numb. I don't know if you've had the epidural, then you probably know what I'm talking about, but just feeling numb, I don't like that feeling. I don't like it at all. I didn't like the way it felt. So yeah, I felt numb, and then I started feeling nauseous, and I had the shakes really, really, really bad. Oh man, those shakes. That's horrible. So then, what time was that? That was probably 2 o'clock when I had the epidural, and I was at just a 4 when I had the epidural. So then they checked me a couple hours later, and I was at a 6. So they're like, you're going pretty slow. It's probably not going to be till about like midnight or so before you have her. That was a little discouraging, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to take this opportunity to rest. And I had sent my family down for dinner around that time. And so they went down for dinner, and they were down there for probably about an hour and a half or so, and I just took a nap. And then I woke up. My husband and my stepdaughter had walked into the room. They were being quiet because I was still sleeping when they walked in, but I kind of woke up and I was just, you know, still laying there and just still resting. And then I kind of dozed back off, and then a couple minutes later I just felt this pressure, this sudden pressure, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's a baby's head. Like, I told my husband, I'm like, you need to get a nurse right now. I think it's time to push. So he went and got the nurse, and she came in, she checked me, and I was at like 9.5. And and she felt the head and stuff like that. And I just had this pressure, like I needed to push, and it was crazy. Then the doctor came in, and when the doctor came in, she checked me, and she was like, oh, you're at 10, and we need to get you set up because this baby's coming out. And like, my body was just pushing on its own. I wasn't even pushing, it was just pushing on its own. And everything just happened so fast. My mother-in-law and my mom were not even, they were like still downstairs or something, so my husband was trying to call them. The doctor didn't even know where the nurse was, so the doctor was setting stuff up. And then the nurse came running in because the nurse was looking for the doctor. And yeah, 20 minutes after I had called for the nurse, she was out. So it was fast. It happened fast when it did. Yeah, I went from a 6 to a 10 in a matter of an hour and a half. So it was just crazy. So, and then after that, everything was kind of a blur. Like, I just had her on my chest, and I didn't have to have any stitches or anything like that. So that was cool. We did skin to skin for about an hour after she was born. She nursed like almost immediately after she was born. She was, I think, on my chest for about 20 minutes, and she latched on. And then finally, when they weighed her and kind of dried her off and stuff, she was 5 pounds and 15 ounces and 19 inches long. She was an itty bitty tiny thing, so cute, and she was precious. She was so pretty. And one thing that I remember, when she came out, she was covered in that white stuff, and she was just all wrinkly and just so like slimy and wet. And when my son was born, he came out dry because my water had broke with him, and my water broke with him a few days before I actually had him, and no one knew. Like, I told the doctor I thought my water had broke, but they didn't think it did, but it really did. So yeah, when the doctor broke my water with her, it flooded. Oh my gosh. It was gross. So anywho, yeah, that's my birth story. It's pretty sweet and simple, and it was like the easiest labor and delivery and birth, and I'm just so grateful and happy that she's here. So anyways, that is all. She has like a light brown, dark blonde hair color, and the top of her head is more blonde than the back of her head. And she has a big head full of hair. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I'm breastfeeding right now, obviously, but yeah, she's perfect. And her little toes. Her little toes. Anywho, that is all. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more pictures of her, follow me on Instagram. My name is Angela Proud Mommy, all one word. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.